I think we all need to be worried about it. I can certainly say at Schwab, we take this very seriously in terms of what we're doing inside our own organization and with our systems, as I'm sure every other financial institution is. But I think I have no greater ability than anybody else to speculate on if it happens and when and how big it is. But I think there's a couple of factors to consider. To the point made by the guest this morning, whose soundbite we just heard, it does represent potentially something systemic that really kind of moves into the entire global financial system. But maybe just as important would be what it would do to psychology. And if you think back to 2008, yes, there were plenty of fundamental and bubble bursting reasons why we had the carnage that we did, why the market went down as much as it did, why the recession was as ugly as it was. But a lot of it was pure fear on the part of businesses and consumers and investors. And that can feed on itself, too. And versus something, say, like a natural disaster that isn't necessarily going to instill that pervasive fear, right. I think a cyber attack would.
You know, Michael, to some degree, we all get lulled into a false sense of security about all of this because there are plenty of security services out there that are designed, or their mission is to prevent this from happening, but then it happens. So, you know, are we really that safe from that kind of an attack?
No, Bill, but we never really are, and we haven't been for the past few years. When I think back to 2007, you know, we were talking about subprime, and we were saying, all right, we understand how subprime could be a threat. We didn't know that the banks were levered 40 to 1. Most of us didn't know. We didn't know that there were $2 billion, $3 billion of off-balance sheet SIVs. I didn't know what a SIV was, Bill, until all of a sudden you're sitting at your desk in the fall with the market dropping and overnight funds not trading, trying to say, now, what is it and what did it just do and how? So my point here is I actually think the earlier guest was a bit of an optimist by saying that this is the one remaining threat. It's not the one. We've got North Korea, we've got Iran, we've got a nuke that could go, and cybersecurity's big. But we have to, I think, look at the fundamentals underlying the economy and where we are. And, you know, it's been a long time since we had a recession. Something rather unexpected over the next few years will likely trigger another one. Investors shouldn't be surprised, but we will be.
Yeah. But going back to the element of fear, Liz Ann, I mean, when you think about a cyber attack on the financial systems, I mean, think about that JP Morgan note, the great liquidity crisis, highlighting the fact that there's so many electronic trading desks, that there's so many products, so many assets in passive vehicles, and that when volatility spikes, there could be an absence of liquidity. Multiply that by the impact a cyber attack could have on a party with the rest of the market still trading, and we could see a flash crash times 10, I would think. I mean, if there was something that prevented liquidity from coming into the market.
Sure we could. I think that there are important differences in terms of the structure of the global financial system, the interconnected nature of it, the sort of capital cushion that banks had, the leverage that global financial institutions had versus today. That's not to dismiss and say nothing to see here. If we had a cyber attack that was global in nature, I still think it would be a serious issue. But there are some, not just backstops in terms of market functionality, but a background environment around the global financial system that is different and arguably at least marginally healthier than what we had leading into the global financial crisis.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor as due to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim HaKakodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in this gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just another lesson through the Spirit. I actually kind of went into this last week, like the first half of the article, went into this cashless society. But I'm going to read the second half of it because it was pretty lengthy, and the Spirit just hopped on me because I just got a call from my supervisor, and she stated that we were hacked. Okay, we were hacked. I'm like, since when? She said, since Saturday, so you working from the crib, disconnect your Wi-Fi. I'm like, well, you pick a fine time to fucking tell me. After my shit been hooked up, my phone's been hooked up to Wi-Fi, they probably got all types of information, which they got it anyway, so I mean, it is what it is, but, you know, and it's not even a financial institution I work for, but regardless of it, man, they're hacking these systems in these municipalities, and things are getting ready to topple. I know that in the health in the health industry, I know out here in Kansas City, I believe like a few different hospitals were hacked, and I believe they got like fucking like millions of patients' records, and they had shut down the systems, whatever, so they can recapture their information and keep people's information confidential. Because for one thing, this is how wicked Esau is. Esau claims, oh, well, you know, we have beta this and our information, our systems are safe. You know, you don't have to worry about anything, but yet you got all types of social security numbers, you got state IDs, you got tax information, you got all types of personal information, shot records, all these things, and yet shit is getting hacked. And the reality of it is because really Esau Edom is selling your information to these third-party corporations in other countries, man. Okay, nobody's really hacking America. I mean, I'm not saying that a few attacks haven't slipped through the cracks, but overall, Esau Edom is selling information to people, man. Okay, like when you get those robocalls or those crazy text messages or those emails that say, oh, you have a bill, a Wells Fargo bill for $1,300, but yet you ain't even got a Wells Fargo account. So when you click on them, and then, you know what I'm saying, they'll try to get your information, because the one of them tried to get me. It was this one company, they was like, call us X, Y, and Z to resolve this matter. And I'm like, what the hell? Because it had something to do with it was like a different account I had, you know what I'm saying? And this is how slick they're getting. It looked almost legit. But me, I'm kind of curious. So I'm like, all right, this don't look right. So let me call this number and see who's behind it. So I pick up the phone, and of course, there's a bunch of coolies behind it. You know, I'm like, what is this about? They're like, well, what are your names, sir? I said, you should have that information, because for the simple fact, you the one that sent the fucking email. And he was trying to get my information on him, and and I just kind of hung up on him after that, you know, because, you know, they're trying to get information out of people and fuck with people's accounts and steal money. But it's really Esau, man. It's all order out of chaos on all sides. Okay, America is the chaos realm. Okay, it's chaos on all sides, man. Okay, from the top to the bottom is just shrouded in utter corruption, as these devils were speaking about on here about, oh, well, you know, we didn't have any idea that this. Yes, you did. Okay, you understand what's going on. Your fucking information ain't getting hacked. But the point is, corporations are being hacked. Banks are being hacked. Governments are being hacked. Vehicles are being hacked. Okay, everybody's information is coming up on some type of website. You know, like if you type in your information, you may pop up on a dark web 12, 13 times. And, you know, you got to pay money to get that shit off it. But wait a minute, man. If they leak your information, this society or this government should provide a free service for you getting your information offline, since they're the ones that leaked it in the first place, you see. But Esau don't think that way, because he's the devil. Okay, so anyway, it says at the end of, and I'm going to start here because this is where we left off last time. But it says at the end of the fiat paper currency has been hinted for many years, with perhaps the most clear indication coming from economist Dr. Pippa Momogren in March 2022, when she addressed the World Government Summit, and says, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon a traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. This is the reason for all this chaos, okay? This is Esau coming down with great wrath, because he got, you know, he knows that he has a short time and we can pull that. But it reads, it says, and the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. So when you think of the MOTB or the digital implants, then you think of something digital. Like I was rapping with one of the brothers yesterday, man, and we was at his crib, and basically he was like, look, because he got family like out of state. He was like, he went through the airport in Chicago, and he was like, they had like this hand palm reader, this scanner that you can scan your right hand, you know what I'm saying, and get through the metal detectors and the gates. And he said he sat there and looked at it for like 10 minutes, and he almost took a video on it. But everything that we've been saying regarding this technology, the MOTB, is surely coming to pass. You see what I'm saying? So right here it's all in your face. And this is the reason why we're getting hacked, because they have to break down this old system. All the records from health departments and city governments, state governments, federal governments, all that information has to come off tarnish. Okay, so therefore they can have a reason to say, look, this is a big measure. If we want to save our citizens and people, we're going to have to microscopically tag you, because for the simple fact, we don't know who's who and we don't trust it. Like some fucking city worker is going to be hacking somebody's account. Like, that shit just don't happen on low levels. You got kids that may understand how to hack email passcodes and stuff, lower level. But I know 14-year-old kid hacking no government database. Then again, you know, you got some Edomite kids out there that do that shit. You know, it was a movie that came out a while ago. I was watching it, may have been on Netflix or some shit or Amazon. And basically it was this guy that he started liking his girl and he thought she was crazy. But find out he used to play these video games with this kid online. You know how you talk your shit through the headsets. And basically what happened was, I think he beat the kid in the game or he did something and it kind of upset the kid. And dude met this new chick that he thought was pretty crazy because she seemed to be crazy, but she was just really obsessed with him. You know, she was pretty cool. And find out he killed this bitch because he thought that she was trying to kill him. She was popping up at his crib and doing all types of things that seemed inconvenient, hacking his phone and video games. But find out it was a 15-year-old little boy that pretty much hacked his shit. So he basically put a woman to death based on something a 15-year-old kid did. So, hey, you know, it's possible, but unlikely. But, where am I at? It says it means having an almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity on what's going on, meaning control. Okay, it's all about control, man. You know, and it says digital cash is not cash at all. It is not only digital, but programmable. Meaning someone outside of your control will have the ability to turn it off and turn it on and program it in such ways that makes it applicable only at certain stores or for certain goods and services, not others. And that's ultimate control. Okay, order ab KO or Hegelian dialectics, which means pressure from above, pressure from beneath. The government puts the pressure on you from above, and they put the pressure on a small guy from beneath, and then it's like a wall that closes in on you. You know, and I remember it was an interview that came out back in 2007. This guy by the name of Aaron Russo, he mentioned just that in the video. He says if they don't like what you're doing, he said they'll just turn off your chip or they'll deduct whatever debt you got from your chip. Okay, because ESO is going to collect on the money that we so-called owe them. You know, like if you owe taxes or anything or child support, the minute you sign up and opt into this new system, hey, you already going to have a balance against you. You know, they may sell you on the fact that, well, hey, look, we'll reset all your debt and your tax troubles if you just opt in. But yeah, you opt into this system, you're going to have $100,000 or more in debt waiting to be deducted from your chip. And this is what it's all about. But it says the WEF report states CEBM is ideal for systematically important transactions despite the emergence of alternate payment instruments. Wholesale central bank digital currency, WCBDCs, is a form of CEMB or CEBM that could unlock new economic models and integration points that are not possible today. It says the report focuses on the claimed goal of streamlining cross-border transaction, meaning across states, across countries, but it's more than that. But according to the WEF, central banks are preparing to deploy different forms of CBDCs specifically designed to be used by different institutions by different reasons. Okay, so the MOTB is on the way. And the spirit, what happened when I just got the call, she said, look, we've been hacked since Saturday. She said, have you heard? I said, nah, I didn't hear shit. Ain't nobody telling me nothing. So my whole computer hooked up to the Wi-Fi through the cities, you know, through my domain for my Wi-Fi here at the house, and it's linked up, you know, because I got that what's that internet called? I got that not that T-Mobile shit, but I got two different broadbands. I got a T-Mobile one and I got a Spectrum one. You know what I'm saying? So whichever one was hooked up, they could have easily got the IP address to my games, to my phones, everything, because everything was fucking hooked up. And if anything comes up mishap on my end of it, then they gonna have to reimburse all that. They're gonna have to pay to get that fixed because that's their negligence. Because I thought that this corporation or this company have the means to keep everybody's information safe. And they wonder why they get sued all the fucking time, man. But this is happening all across the board, you know. Anyway, Revelation 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. So he's moving quick. Boom, boom. They want to have this thing set up by 2030. It's 2024 now. That's less than 6 years from now. That's 5.5 years from now, which me personally, I don't think they're going to make it. Me personally, I don't know what this election is going to bring about, but either way it go, we can see a different America, which is already a different America. It's been a different America since 2020. You know what I'm saying? So every year what we've been speaking through the Spirit has been really manifesting itself. And 2025, hey, that may just be the year that all hell break loose. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's gonna wait to 2030 to start microscoping people. I don't think that, because he ain't got that much time. You know, now if he's implementing a plan starting now that can end at 2030, then I can see it happening that way, because you have roughly 8 billion something people on the planet Earth that you got to get tagged up. So that can take some time, but even then, it is like the mass charagma is gonna come quick. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them taking years to put the charagma in people, because only thing you got to do is scare people. You know what I'm saying? Blow some shit up or collapse economies, play with the money, cause riots, burn down cities, deploy martial law. People will fold once the pressure is too high, and these people, they can't stand up to pressure. Okay? But it says, for the devil has come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So you know that his time is up, man. You know, and you people, you don't see it that way because you're too lost in the sauce. You know, you believe that everything is okay and everything is going to bounce back. Look, 2019 ain't coming back. All right. 2 tacos for $1. 2019 Taco Tuesday ain't coming back, man. All right. Man, we had a place that we went to called Tiki Taco, man, years ago. I mean, it was pretty good, but now it's just like the shit is trash compared to what they would. $3 for a taco. Yeah, right. I go there on Tuesdays and get $1 taco. I get like 10 of them shits and be done with it. Now, $3-4 for a taco. Taco Tuesday, $2.25. Wait a minute, I was paying $2.25 just for one taco. Excuse me. But them days are long gone, and that's the point I want to make. Okay. Let's go here. 2nd Esdras 8:50. It says, for many great misery should be done to them that in a lot of time should dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Yeah, man. And this is really judgment on you people, because you've walked in pride. Okay. For you people to claim to be the most brilliant minds in the world, America, you totally you don't excel academically. You have one of the lowest academics in the world, man. Okay, if not the lowest. Okay, you got technology that boosts your so-called IQ, but even then, the average person can't even name all 50 states, or the average woman can't even tell me it's the capital of Missouri, or the capital of Illinois, or the capital of New York. They can't even tell you the capital of Seattle, man, or Washington, or Seattle, or DC. You know what I'm saying? You asked them to point to Libya on a map, they couldn't tell you. That's how stupid these people are, but yet they have all this fucking pride, and this is why the Lord is getting ready to break this shit down. And good riddance to this place. Break it all down, man. By all means, I'm with you. How about you, How Shai? If he wants to bring the hell on this place today, I'm with it. So be it, because at the end of the day, we're just pilgrims, man, in a strange land. That's all we are. We're just pilgrims here, man. Nothing more, nothing less. We're just set here to do a job for a particular journey of a season, and then we leaving, man. When our ride come, we out of this joint. Lord's will, you know, we don't miss it. You know, hey, I got the spiritual bags packed at the front door. I got the luggage. I got everything, man. I got the outfits, the change of apparel, and I'm just speaking through the spirit, spiritually, not literally. You know, but we already know, man, our chariots are going to pull up any day once all hell break loose and this place is destroyed. So, you know, hey, it ain't nothing but a gain to us. Shit, it's a loss to you people, because we don't give a damn. But it says, but understand thou for thyself and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. That's why we find common-minded people. And we tell you that this thing is not for the masses, but it's only for the elect, because everybody is not going to get in tune with this knowledge. Clearly. Okay, you got other Israelite groups out there that's not even in tune with what we're saying, because they're so far in the world. But it says, for unto you paradise is open, and the tree of life is planted, and the time to come is prepared, and plenteousness is made ready, and a city is built, and rest is allowed. There's no rest here. You know, I get a call 10 o'clock in the morning, hey, we've been hacked. Make sure you log out. That ain't no rest, man. You know, they want everybody to come in. I'm not coming in all this, man. For what? What I need to come in there for? I'm not coming in there. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Do what y'all got to do. Shit, y'all the one that pay these corporations to hack y'all information to inconvenience people. Y'all figure it out. That's why it really don't matter to us, man. You know, we just here for the ride. But it says, plenteousness is made ready, a city is built, and rest is allowed. Yeah, perfect goodness and wisdom, perfection. Blessings is going to come upon us in their perfection, brothers. Ain't going to be like here, you get a blessing here and a blessing there. You know what I'm saying? A blessing here, maybe a blessing there. And then the rest of the time, you just catching straight, holy, unadulterated hell. To the point you like, man, I'm finna go to the spirit world, you know? And then the breakthrough comes. It ain't gonna be like that in the kingdom. We ain't gonna catch a lick of hell in the kingdom. Okay, it's gonna be goodness, perfection, and just life, man. We're gonna live life, serenity, you know, paradise, nostalgia. That's the world we're waiting on. So we don't really care how this world falls, because we know that Esau is the end of the world. Okay, second edges, and this is a cut to them nobodies in Satan camp. Second Ezra 6, and I'm going to start at verses 54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou knowest, Lord over all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people of whom has, and it says, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Meaning the Most High have always had a chosen line since the beginning, man, all right? And that chosen line today is the Hebrew Israelites. And prior to us being called Israelites, we were called the sons of God, or the Adamites. Okay? And it says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Matter of fact, that's not the one I want. Second Ezra 6. Yep, 6 and 8. It says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hands held first the hill of Esau. Okay, that was spiritual. That was symbolic. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, meaning the kingdom of heaven. So this man is getting ready to go down because, like I said, man, he's just conjuring up all sorts of wickedness, and he's not going to stop. Okay, Esau is just not going to stop. He's going to continue to display the wrath until the Lord takes him out of power. You know, let's go from here to Thessalonians. I think it's Thessalonians 5. No. Oh, 2 Thessalonians. I always get it mixed up. Yep, 2 Thessalonians 2. And I'm going to start at verses 4. It says, matter of fact, let's start at 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means. For that day should not come except that come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. That's the Edomites. He's been revealed in his time. And the falling away has already come, because remember, you had what they call the diaspora. Okay. And now Jake is still scattered, but we're gathering the tribes back. But whosoever exalted and above himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High, and that's Esau. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now you know that would withhold it, that he might be revealed in his time. And Esau is being revealed through the Holy Spirit. And this is why the small hats are coming up with laws to stop us from speaking out against them, because they've been exposed. You know. Anyway, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, and only he who now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. And then should that wicked be revealed, which is in this time, whom Yahweh should consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is the prophets, and should destroy with the brightness of his coming, which is the chariots. Okay, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness, these attacks righteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they may be saved. Okay, and this is for you Jakes out there, because you didn't want to take heed to the message and to wake up and stop playing games. Hey, you're just going to be caught out there. That's why it says, and for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness, man. All right, but I'm going to end it here. I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Makakadash. Lord, will you edify into the next lesson. Shalom.